All right, it is a beautiful morning here in Masaka here in Uganda, and and uh, and I believe we can be able to. All right, so uh, let's now get started into our topic for today. Let's get into our topic for today is signals and presets. One of the important aspects of our business, where we believe that everybody should be in position of of learning what they are supposed to do. Because I usually see a lot of people in my inbox simply because they don't know what they are supposed to do. Right? A very, very important aspect of a business is the ability and the power to learn what to do. So before I get started, who do you know that could be able to learn how to set coins we drop in the group well to make profit? If you know someone, I just want to give in 2 minutes. You go back, speak to them, invite them to come here. I'm going to keep this very simple because when you understand what to do, you make your life easy, right? So 2 minutes, please invite your friend, then let's rock and roll. All right, I think now the time is done. We now get to serious business. The waiting time is done. Now I'll be starting off, right? My video may not be so clear. I understand it might be because of light issues, but bear with what you see. What you see is a human being. It is called Julius Kabanda. And I've been in Royalq for the last 21 months. I'm about to close 2 years down the road. On the 12th of June 2023, I'll be 2 years in Royalq, right? I'll be 2 years in this opportunity. Okay. I got started in Royalq when BTC was around $60,000. I've seen Bitcoin get down to $15,000, and I'm still present, right? So when people talk about floating loss issues here and there, what we share with you is not theory, right? What we share with you is not theory. What we share with you is our experience of using the robot to enable you approach the robot with a better approach so that you don't get into the mistakes we faced in the past. That is why we share. Okay, so we don't have any big deal that maybe we are trying to learn the robot. We have passed that phase of learning. So we are now sharing with you what we feel could help you win better. As simple as that. But along the line, many people manipulate their robots, which is cool and fine. May have no problem with it, because you can manipulate the robot according to your own direction you want. But along the line, when they manipulate their robots to their own feelings, they still come back with challenges. Now, it is up to you to either keep to the strategy we share or manipulate the robot to your own feelings and go through the learning curve again. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because one of the hardest thing you could take is not to allow to learn from Julius's mistakes and allow yourself suffer the mistakes I suffered, then enter the learning curve. You know, it is a decision. I've seen so many people do the same mistake when they get started and now they have the robot. They say, but Julius is delaying my results, okay? Maybe I have $500. Julius is delaying my results. I want to start making $50 every single day. You know, Julius is allowing me make $2, $1. It's not enough. So what someone does, someone increases their first buying amount. You tell them start with 15. They feel like you are not enabling them win faster. So they increase their first buying amount to $100. The robot buys twice and they end in floating loss for the last 2 weeks. Then he comes in your inbox very annoyed. I have been trading for the last 2 weeks. My coin is not selling. Everything is not working in my favor. Do you have a problem? You man, I want money. Ask him, how much capital do you have? $500. What is your first buying amount? $100. Then you say, are you really? Why don't you do what I tell you? Me, I want more money. Ladies and gentlemen, the mindset of putting in, of having $100 and turn $100 to 1 million is gambling. Okay, you know, I usually tell my fellow youth that you cannot gamble to wealth. Okay, you cannot gamble. Okay, you cannot gamble to wealth. Okay, I usually tell my friends that it's like someone sitting down and dreaming to bet to become wealthy. You cannot bet to be wealthy. You can make some money, become excited when you bet, make some money, become excited. But when you calculate how much you have lost and how many times you have won, you find you have lost more than you have won. So you are just in a game of losing, but you don't take time to calculate your risks. Now, What we are going to share with you is a strategy. If you stick to it, you will always profit. The profits might be little, but when you compound, there is a big saying that says some people underestimate. You underestimate what you can achieve in a long run and overestimate what you can achieve in a short time. Someone starts with $500, they want to turn it to 1 million in 1 week. They're like gambling. They want to trade 60 coins. I wonder how someone gets $15, splits it to 27, 20, 18, 10 coins. My leader, I'm finding opportunity. Every signal you sent, I buy every signal. You wonder. If you don't keep the strategy, you will suffer. So one, I will repeat these statements, and I'm going to repeat them as I share throughout my sharing today when it comes to signals and presets. When you keep the strategy, you will always be in profit. I have not seen anyone who keeps this strategy and they don't make money. The coins might delay, but your coins will always get out with profit. So let us see what is signals and presets. What is signals and presets? I'm going to share my screen. Protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. Because of time, I will not go so much. I want to send my sincere apologies for all those that expected me today in the morning and I was not able to appear. Unfortunately, I was doing some Zooms that made me sleep very late, which did not allow me to come in the morning. I woke up, but I was dozing. So now I wondered how I will teach while I'm dozing. So I postponed it up tomorrow. So tomorrow I think will be a better move. All right. Before I go to signals and presets, I want to create an understanding that Royalq can be fully automated. And this is why we joined the business. We joined the business, ladies and gentlemen, to have a robot work for us. We joined the business, ladies and gentlemen, where we basically need a robot to do the work for us doing nothing about it. And this was one of my exciting reasons of joining. I did not join to set signals. I did not join to teach people how to set signals. I joined because the robot could be fully automated. Now, I want to make everybody very clear. It is true that even with $300, even with $100, there are strategies that could automate the robot. I want to make this very clear. But according to my experience, when I started Royalq, I was told that I must automate my robot, which I did. And what are the ways of first automating the robot? Is following what we call copy traders. You follow the trader, you do what he does. But this is my biggest challenge. All the time, my coins were floating. Why? Because these guys were trading with a bigger capital than I could afford. Okay? Someone tells you your first buying amount should be 15 and maybe one coin $300. The guy is trading with more capital, more than $300. You enter the trade, it buys, it finishes your $300, and the coin keeps on going down. It was unfortunate. Some people think that this is a lie. I want to take you just to my Royalq and just run through a little bit. Then I come to, okay, so I will just come to these. I want to just go to management. You see, I've used so many traders. I started with some were remote, but I used all these. All these were my copy traders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I have so far since I started Royalq to try to automate my robot with 32 master traders. Okay, because these guys, when you come and look at their posts, they post good results. You see, this guy posts daily profit. He's posting daily profit. Okay, when I come down, I could show you another one. They post daily profit. Okay, they post results. Okay, they post results. They post. Okay, they post that things are doing well. But my friend, these guys are using huge capital, right? Now, what the feeling that comes into people's mind, it means when I follow his strategy, I'll make 600, 1,700 as he's doing. Never. You must be having the capital. So Royalq can be automated. I want to repeat that statement by following master traders. But if you don't have the capital he has, you will not be winning the way he's winning. All right? Is that okay? Is that okay? If you have understood that, give me one in the chat. If you have understood me, give me one in the chat. Now I want to go to the second part. Now, apart from the copy traders, you can use the default settings of Royalq, right? Royalq provides the default settings. Okay, you can use the default settings. Now, I want to talk about the default settings very fast. The default settings of Royalq. Royalq has default settings, okay? So let me go there. Now, the default settings of Royalq were built on a plan that from your entry price, when a coin goes down by 47.2%, you enter coin, the coin goes down by 47.2%. Using a double up method, which we are going to see, you need to allocate sufficient capital, and the robot will have very high chances of closing the trade. Closing position means closing the trade. So Royalq can be fully automated if you have enough capital and be making profit every single day. That is very important. All right. So I don't know what has happened. So just, okay, my cursor is not working. So just a minute, guys. All right, good. So let me come again. Now let us see how Royalq can be fully automated. All right. Now, when we pick a coin, for example, if I want to come to Royalq on home, these are coins that are here. I can choose to trade any coin, right? I can choose to trade any coin. Okay, those that are trading, our signal was Acro. It was the lowest down here, still a good coin to trade, still safe and valid. When I tap on create and I choose off Martingale bot, now some people tell me, Julius, I want to use the grid bot. I understand someone would love to use the grid bot, but we already have a working strategy, okay? The Martingale bot is performing better results than the grid bot. That's why we are sticking our team to the Martingale bot, all right? Then I pick the Martingale bot, I create. Okay, instead of me using a copy trader or a master trader, I want to create my own, right? So I'll create my own. Basically, this will take me to the trade settings. This will take me to the trade settings. Now, what you see on this screenshot here, this screenshot that you see here is what is here. So I want to go into a little bit details. We have what we call the first buying amount. What does this mean? This means that maybe you have $500, but in your mind, you understand that when I enter Bitcoin with all my $500, for example, I will buy when Bitcoin is at $30,000. I want to go slow. So if I put all my money when BTC is at $30,000, and then BTC gets down, let me say, to $28,000. It means that my trade will get stuck until BTC will move from 28,000 back to 30,000 for me to make profit. Now, I have a question and I request for an answer. Is it good for someone, by understanding what you see here, is it good for someone to put all their capital once on the first buying amount because they want to profit and make too much money? I need an answer. You have $500 as your capital. Is it good for you to put all your $500 here so that the robot enters all your money because you want 3% of $500? Is it good according? Because you enter when Bitcoin is at $30,000. You put all your capital once, then Bitcoin goes down at $28,000. Is it good for someone because he's very greedy, he wants to be successful faster, to put all their $500 in the market once? I need some answers in the chat. 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 Thank you so much. No, it's a wrong approach. It's a wrong approach. Someone says that yes, to earn more, my friend, you may think you might earn more, but I want to give you Bitcoin can take, for example, we have people in the room that have traded coins that are 6 months down. Do you have people in the room that have traded coins that are 6 months down? You enter the coin has never returned. You are there. And every time you see me sending a signal, you feel like I'm the baddest person you have ever seen. We have people in the call, and because you may think you are smart, but I want you to learn from people's challenges. There is someone here who might be 9 months in a coin. The coin is not returning. Tesla is 13 months down. Unless you learn this, you might learn it the hard way. People are here more than 1 year. You put in all your money, it gets stuck up there. The coin never returns. The robot doesn't work. I'm not making money. I better delete the app. The people have even deleted their apps. I met a guy last week and I was chatting him. I don't know, how are you? I'm fine. How is business? I hate you the whole of my life. Why do you hate me? Since I got this robot, I'm not making money. What's the problem? I got all my $1,000. I bought MDX. Now you put 1,000 at once. Yes, because I wanted to make big money. I waited 2 months, the coin is not selling. 3 months, the coin is not selling. I have deleted the app. I hate you. I told him, man. But me, I told you what to do. I wanted to make big money. My children were going to school. My landlord was requesting for rent. I entered this coin so that it sells. I take 5%, I pay. My friend, the market doesn't know your problems. So remove your problems from the market. Remove your personal challenges from the market. Do what you are supposed to do, or else you will suffer. Yeah, I've told you the truth. Or else you will suffer. So make sure you keep your first buying amount as minimum as possible. I personally recommend that anybody who has a capital of less than $500, never make your first buying amount greater than $15. Never make your first buying amount greater than $15. Two, if you have a capital of $1,000, never trade more than 2 coins. If you want to win faster, if you have $1,000, trade 1 coin at a time. Let me tell you something, guys, before I come again to finish up this stuff. I can have $1,000. I trade 1 coin at a time. Okay? When I trade 1 coin at a time, I trade 5 coins in profit when you are still on 1 coin with the same $1,000, but for you are trading 5 coins, or 3, or 2. By that margin, I'm making more money than you. Why? I'm patient. 2, I'm calm. I have no emotions attached to the outcome. We have the same capital, but I'm making more money than you. Because you have a challenge, you want to use 1,000 to make it 1 million. Now, what do I understand? I understand I start small, I trade 1 coin, it gets out of the market faster, I enter another one. I can trade 5 coins in a week with my $1,000, yet for you who has $1,000 and you are trading very many coins, you are suffering. This one is not getting out, this one is not getting out. You know, when you are trading, sometimes this happens. You entered Acro today. It started with $15, for example, or 30, and you still have around 900 or maybe 800 in your wallet. It's like it is itching you. Now, I send another coin, you enter. Now you remain with around 700. It's like the 700 is itching you. It's like you feel bad because the USDT is in your wallet. Now I send another coin, you enter. I send another coin, you enter. Me, I don't stop sending coins, or the team doesn't stop sending coins, because for you have little money. There is someone on this call that has his $100,000. We don't care. I'm not the problem. Now, for you, every coin I send, you set. Now here comes the problem. The market abruptly goes down. All the coins start floating. -30, -60, -30, -60. I don't know, anything can happen as I'm speaking right now, and Bitcoin gets down. No matter all the factors that I know about crypto. Now, you start crying. All your coins are -60. You take a screenshot. When someone looks at it, they can't even join you. You can't even share a screenshot of your screen, because what is there is tearing. Control your emotions. Trade 1 coin at a time. I'm done with that stuff. Now, let me come back here. I'm explaining something. Now, keep your first buying amount as low as $15. If you're having $500, I'll keep that to that. Okay, next. Margin call. Since we are here to talk about signals and presets, when it comes to signals and presets, our margin call limit is 4. Now, let me explain. Why do we use 4 margin calls and not 5? I don't care what other teams are using, but we specifically, we are sticking to 4 margin calls. This is why. 4 margin calls is what we call Martingale. And what is Martingale? Martingale, we are buying at different prices and sell everything we have bought at once. It has one disadvantage. Sometimes the robot might buy 1 time and the market rises and it sells, and we make little profit. But according to my experience, and I want to ask someone, is it better for the robot to buy 1 time and sell, or it is better? Or it is better for you to stay longer in a floating loss? Which of the 2 is better? Because some people say, Julius, I will make little profit. I was listening to one of my friend yesterday, and he was saying I'll make little profit. Is it better to make little profit and get out of the trade, or it is better to stay longer in a trade than it selling? Which is better? Let me get for you. Let me get in it. Which one is better according to experience? Okay. Now, good. Someone is saying, I'm not hearing your voice. Bimana. Someone help. There are several here. There are several here. Someone could help some of these people. Chat them. Chat some of these people. There is Joram. There is Nicholas. There is I don't know if they're using pieces. There is Venom. There is Kasozi. Someone help chat these guys down here. Someone could help. If you're hearing me, please help. Help these guys down here at the bottom. Yeah, help. By the way, someone learning to put on their microphone is an achievement. It is an achievement. It is an achievement. So help them. Chat them a little bit. Hey, Akatono. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Mugerwa. One is better because, right, I'm going through a lot thinking Royalq is not working. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, you may think the robot is not working because you are not making profit. So little is better. I want to show you a team. Let me show you this team. I love these guys. Let me show you guys. I love these guys. I want to show you a small team. This team is called, there is a team here. It is called Activated Members of Royalq. I love this team. Okay, they don't make much profit. But I want to show you how these guys are happy. Okay, let me show you this. Do you see this guy? Okay, yes, he's one of, there are many trading, but you see this, it's led by Mr. Kalema. Mr. Kalema is a V2. He runs his team. You see? These guys, they don't make too much profit, but they make profit. Their trading strategy is simple. They better say, I better take something little than nothing. I want to show you. They never jubilate too much profit. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, look at this. Look at this. We are out. Congratulations, we are out. Okay, I love their approach. I want to just move to another group here. Let me just find it. Okay, another group. You know, my team I work with, for them, they love too much profits. But let me just, in there, let me use this. Okay, look at this. I really love these guys because when you send signals to them, they don't make much, but they're happy. Okay, I really love their approach to the business. They make little, they celebrate. They make the same signals that I send it to the crypto ambassador are the same signals I send here. But what makes me love these guys, they follow the strategy. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. But they don't stay in trades for long. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little, right? Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. Sometimes it is huge, sometimes it is little. Sometimes huge, sometimes little. Sometimes huge, sometimes little. Sometimes huge, sometimes little. Sometimes huge, sometimes little. All right? Sometimes huge, sometimes little. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but when it comes to the 300 days challenge group, these guys, I don't know what's wrong with them. For them, they want $50, $100, $500 in profit. And most of them are floating. Most of them are floating. They no longer make money. For them, they only become excited when you post $200 profit. And these ones of $1, $2, $3, they don't understand you very well. I don't know what's wrong with that group. For them, they listen to huge profit. My friend, the more you are becoming more greedy, the longer you are losing the strategy. I was speaking to one Indian friend of mine, and we are speaking about the challenge. And I was asking him, how far are you? This guy is on his 118th trade. He started with $15. His capital is significant. He says, my leader, I have never seen a sweet thing like this. But when you ask people here, how is your challenge? I stayed on my fixed trade. I'm still there for a very long time. You are not doing what we tell you to do. You think you are very smart. Okay, suffer. Now, keep your first buying amount. My point, I think, is clear. Keep your first buying amount. The margin calls, therefore, we are keeping to the strategy. Now, the whole position take profit. This means that from the entry, when the market rises by 3.01 and the market tries to go down by 0.01, that's what it means. Margin call configuration. We're not using a cycle, so we are using one shot. Margin call configuration. This is where I want to go. I want to keep things short. If you cannot automate your robot with enough capital, I may not go into all that stuff today. There are two things that you can do. Since the margin calls are for, there are two things you can do. And I want to emphasize these 2 points. There are people who feel bad when they are in floating loss. And there are people who are okay when the market goes against them. I want to differentiate these two classes. I've done this video over and over again. For example, the signal is sent. Now, before I go to the signal, because of time, I jumped off. The reason why we send you signals is because most of you don't have enough capital to automate your robots. I didn't talk about that, but let me just talk about it. The reason why we send you signals is that most of you do not have enough capital to automate your robots. Julius, how much enough capital? A minimum of $1,000 per coin. How many coins? A minimum of 10. If you are good enough. But may I recommend, I want to repeat, may I recommend, if you want to see good money, go for 30 coins. $1,000 per coin. Trade around 30 coins in Binance if you want to see some good money. There you can automate. But this issue of someone only trading Akuro and expecting him to make the same money like someone who's trading 20 coins is out of normal human thinking. You are trading 1 coin, someone is trading 30 coins. I have a question. What is the probability of someone who is trading 30 coins making the same money with someone trading 1 coin? Is it possible? Because you are investing your money in one asset, someone is investing their money in 30 different assets. That is the difference. What causes people make more money than others is that some are trading more coins than you. When you plan to automate your robot, you must have the ability to trade more coins to increase your probability. I don't know if I'm making sense. You want to make more money? Have more capital to trade more than More than, because Binance provides around 72 coins. You go and trade 30 coins on a cycle and see if you will not make money. So the reason why we provide signals and presets is because we understand you don't have enough capital to buy the different coins that are available. And just a reminder, it takes you not more than $3,000 to use the default settings, not less than $3,000 to use the default settings of Royalq. I'll not go into that today. So if you can trade 30 coins, you will enjoy. Okay, those who want the 100 margin call strategy, you need at least $1,000 and trade at least 30 coins. But if you cannot afford that, settle to the signals, because that's where you can afford. Now, you should not get annoyed because you cannot afford big. You start small, be patient with yourself, and grow slowly. I hope that point is clear, right? Engineer is here saying, that's what makes me win. I pick one trade at a time. I make profit each day. Thank you so much, engineer. Now, someone has $1,000, is like a big car on the streets of Royalq. Every coin I enter. Every coin I enter. What is 1,000? What is 1,000 in crypto? It is like a small quark in an ocean. Very small. It can be swallowed by the market in a minute. So you trade one coin. I advise you. But it's okay. You can trade 10. It's your own money. I have no problem still. Now let's go to the strategy. Now, there are two classes of people, and I want to emphasize this point. Let me block these messages. There are two classes of people. The first class, when coins go in red, I feel bad. Can I see such people that are here? When coins go in red, I feel bad. Type for me one in the chat. I want to start with that class. There are two classes of people. When coins go in red, I get heart attack. I start shivering. I start sweating the whole body. Type for me one in the chat, because there are two classes. I want to handle all the two classes. When coins are in red, I feel bad, pumping. My heart is about to get off because I'm going to lose my money. Let me see. When coins go in red, you enter a signal. The coin goes into red. You start sweating. Type for me one in the chat. You start sweating. You get heart attack. That one. You feel like deleting your application. You hate the person who brought you to the business. You can even break your phone. You are losing your money. Please type for me one in the chat. I want to start with you. People who feel bad when they see red in their coins. Please, I want to start with you. People who, someone can even commit suicide. I want to start with you. Heart attack. Yes, heart attack. Heart attack. Heart attack. Those who like red, please, this is not your time. People, when they see red, they get heart attack. Now, let me first explain, because now it seems I have a lot of work to do, but it's well. Let me explain what is floating loss. Okay. Let me explain, guys. Let me explain. Okay. You see, when you buy a coin, it creates an average price. I'm going to just explain this, then go back to my signals. It creates what we call an average price plus the current price. When the price goes lower, when the price of the coin goes lower, it means that the distance between the average price and the current price becomes bigger. Now, The difference between the current price and the average price in percentage is the return rate. And that's what we call floating loss. Now, what is floating loss? Peter goes to a shop and buys gold. Peter goes to the shop and buys gold. When Peter goes to the shop and buys gold, the value of gold is $10,000 by then. So Peter gets one piece of gold, okay? The next day, Peter goes back to check the price of the gold. Peter still has one piece of gold, but the price of gold is now $80,000. Okay, that is the next day. On the third day, Peter goes back. He still has his gold, but the price of gold is $7,000. I have a question. Has Peter lost his gold? Has Peter lost his gold? Let me know in the chat. Has Peter lost his gold? I have a question. Has Peter lost his gold? I need some answers in the chat. Has Peter lost his gold? Has Peter lost his gold? I need some answers. Let's participate. Has Peter lost his gold? Has Peter lost his gold? Let me know in the chat. Does Peter have his one piece of gold? 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 Okay, yes. Peter has his one piece of gold. Thank you. Thank you. Peter has his one piece of gold. Now, what happens? On the fourth day, Peter goes back with, still he has one piece of gold. And Peter checks on the fourth day, Peter checks, and the value of gold is now $6,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter is into what we call a floating loss. But Peter still has his one piece of what? Of gold. That is what we call floating loss. Now, you can only make a loss if you personally sell this gold at the current price. And if Peter sells this at a current price, it means Peter will have lost $4,000. Unfortunately, on the fifth day, Peter goes back to check the price of gold. And Peter finds that now the one piece of gold is $13,000. $13,000. Now Peter is into what we call floating profit. Now, what is trading? Trading, before I go to the signals that I'm coming to end very soon, is not about how much profit you make. It's about how you feel when you are in floating profit and how you feel when you are in floating loss. I want to show you two different examples. Let me pick two different examples. Okay. Let me pick, is it here? Okay, you see this guy? You see this guy? He's into what we call floating profit. And his floating profit is $300. It is how he feels. It's how he feels that might make him sell this trade, because this coin has still power to go up to 10%. But it's how you feel. It's called feeling. And there is another person here. Let me pick one. There is another one here. Now, some of you you might say that this guy is very smart. It's about the settings. Look at the average price of when this guy got into this trade. Look at the average price and look at the current price of this coin. Look at the average price. This guy invested very little money, $59, when this coin was at $15. And now it is at 25. It is how you feel. Now I saw someone typing here, I need settings. Who tells you this is settings? This is how you feel. Am I making sense, guys? Let me know if I'm making sense to you. Look at when he bought, the average price. 5 margin calls. Look at the average price. Look at the current price. It is how you... Am I making sense, guys? Let me know. Am I making sense to you now? It is how you feel. He bought at $15. Now it is at 25. Now someone is typing me, I will have. How many would have sold already? How many would have sold already? How many would have sold already? How many would have sold? How many would? How many? How many would have sold? It is not about floating loss. Trading is not about floating loss. Trading is not about floating profit. It's how you feel. Someone sees his coin in 2%, is we did touch 3%. Some of you will give you signals, huh? And you check your trade, it is in 2%. You are everywhere. My leader, it's about. Then it touches 3%. You are like, why is it not selling? Why is it not selling? Why is it not selling now? Hey, it is overdelaying. It has hit 3%, but the robot wants to give you more. That's why you are using the robot. It is how you feel. Now, the first class of people on this call are those that feel too much bad when their coins go down. I want to give you a strategy. When we send signals, all right, for example, I want to just run through them. I'm going to run into the 2 types of signals. Okay. So I'll come here. Okay, for example, I'll start with this type of signals. Acro, take profit 3%, preset price. This could be 0.01, and the callback is 5%. This is the name of the coin. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when you see such a signal? Simple. Come to your Royalq. Come to your Royalq, guys. Come to my strategy setting. If you are having an iPhone, go to my policy setting. Set your strategy. If you are new, you'll see the word add it now. If you are old, just tap on the plus sign here. If you have less than $500, please make 15 your first buying amount. Our margin calls are 4. Now, look at, it is saying 3%. So come here where there is 1.3, put 3.01. Where there is 0.3, put 0.01. Why? What does this mean? When the market will rise by 3%, if it tries to go down by 0.01, the robot will sell. That's all you need to do here. Now let's go to the, how will the 4 margin calls be bought? These ones. They are bought through what we call margin configuration. Now, look here, guys. On top here, Royalq also thought about how people feel, and it created 3 strategies. One, it is called steady. Next one is called conservative, and the third one is called radical. This is how the robot invests your money in the market. And this is done by the 4 margin calls. Now, what you see is steady. When I send a signal, and the signal, when we send a signal and the drop is 5%, and for you, when you enter floating loss, you feel bad. You don't have that ability to be patient even when the market goes against you. Please, please, just keep this in steady. When you add up this, although I sent you a drop of 5%, this will cater for 17.5%. The only challenge you will face with this strategy is that whatever you will have set your robot to buy, it might not buy. You will always make little profit, but always your trades will be winning in time. Now, this strategy is so good for someone who has $500 and they want to turn this to $100,000. It is so good because for you, every coin you will enter, in most cases, according to my experience, 95% will win, but your profit will be little. Give me 2 in the chat if you have understood that. Give me 2 in the chat if you have understood that. Give me 2 in the chat if you have understood that. The only challenge is that your profits will be very little, very little, very little. Like, yeah, because the challenge you'll face is that, let me show you guys. The challenge you'll face is that you started with $15, right? You started $15. You expect the market to go down by 3.5. It doesn't. So it means from your $15, the market will rise and the robot will give you 3% of this. You expected the market, maybe it picks this one, it doesn't pick this one. So it will be only 45 because this will be 2 times 15, which is 30, plus the first $15. Okay, which makes it a total of $45. Now the robot will give you 3% of $45, which means your profit will be very little, but most of your trades will be winning in time. Now someone should not ask me, should I use the one of 5% or use this one? I don't know how you feel, okay? It's about how you personally feel. Me, I'm okay, even if I float for 1 week. Me, I'm okay personally. Because I will say whatever goes down will come up. I wait, the coin will return. But if you are like, give me a glass of water, give me a glass of water, you use that strategy I've shown you. People who are like, give me a glass of water, the market is going against me. My money, my money. You call everybody to come and tell you are losing. Use that strategy. You'll always make a little profit, but your trades will always win. But your profits will be 0.5, $1, $2, 0.5, $1. That will be your profit. So don't complain. Why am I making little? Yet I have $500, my friend. It is how you feel. Okay? Now, let me go to capital. I've dealt with feelings. Let me go to capital. Now, here is what we mean by how much you have. How much you have. What does this mean? Depending on the first buying amount here, if you put 30 here, it means in the multiple buy, in the configuration, this will be 2. This means 2 times 30. This means 4 times 30. This means 8 times 30. This means 16 times 30. Now, this means it is 2 times 15, 4 times 15, 8 times 15, 16 times 15. Am I speaking to someone who only has $100 and puts this here? Do you understand what this means now, ladies and gentlemen? So it means that when we add 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2, what do we get? 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. What do we get? Let me get the answer in the chat. What do we get? Let me get the answer in the chat. What do we get? It is 30. Beautiful. So we get 30. Now, people, I'm going to answer another query. This one. This is 30. But remember, the robot entered with $15 at first before the market came down to buy these ones. So it is 30 plus 1, which is 31. Now, 31 times 15, you get how much? 31 times 15. Because 15 is the amount of money the robot was buying with. 31 times 15, you get how much? Let me see in the chat. 31 times 15, you get how much? 31 times 15, you get how much? Thank you so much. 465. Now, I have a question. Is it proper for someone who doesn't have $465 to use this method? Is it proper? So if you don't have 465, this will not work for you. Because when the market drops by 3.5, the robot will buy times 2. 4, the robot will buy times 4. 4.5, the robot will buy times 8. 5.2, the robot will buy times 16. That is how the robot will do. And this is the most powerful trading strategy of investing money. It is called dollar cost averaging. It is what we call the double up. It means that whatever the robot had bought previously, it doubles it by 2, it doubles it by 2, it doubles it by 2. That's why it's called the double up. Now, have we understood that? Anybody with a question about the double up? Anybody with a question about the double up? Anybody with a question about the double up? So if you don't have $465, you can't double up. You can't move the average price closer to the current price. One of the reasons why you are still stuck in that trade and it's looking at you with naked eyes is because you cannot buy more whenever the market goes down. Julius, see, I don't have money. I don't have money. My money. I'm not the problem. I'm not poverty. Nor I'm not the one who has told you not to open your mouth to share the opportunity. You know, me, I will come to you people with the Kwanza 50, Kwanza 100, Kwanza 200. No, first keep quiet. First keep quiet. Settle. Calm down with your little capital. We are still dealing with the somehow big boys. I'm here to make my statement clear. Whoever wants money, increase your capital to at least $500. Stop crying, tears. Oh, I only have 50. Please. I'm going to share with you how you trade. But whoever is here, increase your capital to at least $500. Stop crying tears of poverty everywhere. I only have 50. Please, raise your, because, we are here to make money. We're not here to play. We are here to get results, right? So you cannot spend a full year or 6 months or 3 months still crying. I only have 50. I only have 150. Me, I'm growing slowly. Stop being unserious. You cannot stay with $150 for 3 months. You cannot stay with $200 for 3 months, and you know what you are supposed to do. You are not doing whatever it takes to increase your capital at least to $500. I opened my mouth from the 1st of April to the 15th of April, and I made $4,054 in Royalq, telling people about how sweet this robot is. So for you can't, okay, let me go to little capital. So if you don't have $465, it's fine. You can make money. I'm sorry for those who have been harmed. But sometimes you need someone who pitches you on the ear to tell you, friend, it seems you are not serious, wake up, right? So don't get annoyed that Julius is attacking us with little money. For us, we have little, is pinpointing, making us feel bad. My friend, I have no reason of pinpointing you. I'm just trying to help you wake up. But if you take it personal, man, it's your own business, right? It's your own business, okay? But I believe you can do better, okay? That's all. So now, if you don't have 465 and you want to always move your average price, this is what I mean. You want that whenever your robot buys, at least it can move your average price closer to the current price. Use what we call the Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci is as simple as 2, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. That's all. And this will need around $285 with 15 as the first buying amount. If you cannot afford this, then use the +1, which is 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And when we add up this +1, we'll need around $225 when 15 is your first buying amount. Now that is the +1. This is the +1 and the Fibonacci. For people who feel bad when the market goes against them. Now for people who are okay and they want to make some more risk and they want to make more profit, you use the signal as it is given. No matter who sends the signal, keep your drop 5%. Unless the signal is more than 5%. Right, so what I'll do, I'll just come here, press in 0.5, press in 0.5, press in 1.5, and make this 2.5. It means that when the market exceeds here, I'll need to wait longer if I don't have more money. So this will be a 5% drop. Or if a signal is sent 7%, you just edit on these margin calls and make them 7% drop. Am I done with that? I want to go to people with very little money. I want to go to people with very little money, $20, $15, Kwanzaa, $50, $100. I'm not saying it's not money. I'm not attacking it. I started with 0. I understand humble beginnings. And I opened my mouth. So it's okay to not to have, someone says, but it's not easy to open your mouth. Yeah, that's why it pays. It's not easy, that's why it pays. People abuse. Hey, yesterday I spoke to a very beautiful lady. So, very beautiful, very beautiful, very beautiful. I don't usually accept it. Very beautiful. It was cross midnight. I think it was at around 2 a.m. my time. So I was on Facebook. I found this lady. I chatted to her. And she got annoyed. She started saying, you are here to vibe me. You are here to vibe me. I said, but let us connect. I share with you what I do, and you see if you can do it. Do you have money? Lo. The girl was very tough. So I played cool. So I gave her a link. I told her, you come on Zoom and we talk. My friend, things were not easy. I thought I would bring this lady in business, but when she came on Zoom, I thought I was dealing with a normal human being. She switched on her camera. Hey, I'm coming with people with little money. She switched on her camera. And me, I thought I was going to share the opportunity, but they shared me the opportunity. They shared me the opportunity. I said, okay, I wish you a nice time. And I blocked the lady. So imagine when you go out to share the opportunity, now Kojo is over laughing. Now someone is share with me screenshot. So you mean I was on Zoom taking screenshot? This boy is not easy. I was there to share the opportunity, not to take screenshots, sir. Okay, so now I want to go to I'm not easy. So I want to go to the second part. By the way, people who fear floating loss, if we use the first strategy, okay, the first strategy of 17%, you will not need to open more margin calls. No, you will not need. Always your profits will be on tick. They will be little, but you will not suffer with floating loss. I promise you. I promise you. If you please, the other conversation that I suffered at night has ended. We are now back to business. Please, someone is still continuing to enjoy. I didn't go beyond that. I ended there. And I left Zoom. So that conversation is done. Let us continue with business, okay? All right. But then what I'm saying is that those people who fear floating loss, please use the first strategy. Now, let me go to people who don't have enough capital. Kwanza, $50, $100, 200. This is your approach. This is your approach. I want to run very fast. In 5 minutes, I'll be done. Come here at Royalq. How much capital you have? Let me say, if I have $50, I'll open one margin call. Why? Why? I have $50. Right? And the drop is 5. The drop is 5%. I'll open one margin call like this. And I'll change this first call to 5. Which means the robot will buy times 2, which will be 35 plus the 515, which will be 40. No, this will be 30, sorry. So this will be $45. So if you have 50, that will work for you. If you have $100, go to margin calls. Okay, go to margin calls. You have $100, you need to have around 105. Go to margin calls. They send 5%. Keep this on default, which will be around 7.5. You'll be safe. Okay. You have 150. 150. This is simple. I can go to around 3 margin calls. 150. I can go 3 margin calls, but I'll change the strategy. So I can move this to 2, to 3, to 4. Okay, this will be 7 plus 2, 7 plus 2, which is 9. 9 plus 1, which is 10. Which is 10. This is 9. plus 1, which is 10. So 10 times 15 is 150. People with 150, you use this default because you have little capital. I want you to understand you have little capital. You don't have power of buying more. So you go in with big margin calls. So 150, this will work for you. Okay, can I go $200? But I've given you the strategy. You just play with these guys here. Okay, you just play with that. I want to go into questions in my few remaining minutes. Now, I'll keep this 0.3. Now, set your strategy depending on your capital and have it saved here. Have it saved here. When they send a signal, for example, acro, you stop dancing on coins. What do? You just come here, come on home, look for acro. Acro is here, pick it up. Okay, tap on create. Martingale bot, create. Tap on next. Then you tap on trade settings. Edit, choose strategy. Your strategy is already here. Tap on it. Save. Confirm. Put in the preset price. 0.04800. Confirm. Start the trade. But this issue of someone sweating on a signal, trade setting, I'm missing out. Should not be your approach. You set your strategies. Have them in your application. When they send a signal, tap on trade settings. Tap on this pencil above here. Choose a strategy. You see, I've removed, but me, I usually have my strategies here. I have a strategy for 2% take profit. I usually have a strategy for 1.5. So if someone sends current price, 2%, I don't sweat plasma. I just come here and say which coin, CRV, current price, CRV, trade setting, edit, choose strategy, CRV, tap on it, save, confirm, start. But someone is on a coin. What can I put here? What can I put here? Me, I've already set my strategy. Set your strategy. Now, I want to handle questions. Questions iko wapi? Watanzania wako pale. Watajuga vizuri Kiingereza. Where is your questions? Questions. How about using 100 margin call strategy to trade the signals? You must have good capital. Okay, you must have good capital. Okay, around $1,000. By the way, you want to use 100 margin call strategy, you must have a minimum of $1,500 for that coin specifically. You can use the 24816, then continue going down. What is the best callback for 100? You can keep it 0.3. 0.3. We finish with $200. People with $200. You wanna say simple? It's not in my mind, but it's simple. Okay, you have very little money. You can either do 3 margin calls and use the Fibonacci. Okay, you can use the Fibonacci 2, 3, 2, 3, 5. And this is 8, 9. This is 11. It is around 11. I just need to calculate. It's not a big deal. It is 11. Am I right? 5 plus 3 plus 2. It is 10 plus 1, 11 times 15. 165. Okay. So let's try it the other way. To okay, let me try it that way. 2 plus 4 plus 6. It may not be perfect because you don't have money. So understand. Times 15. It's 180. Okay, times 7. Let me see. 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 1, 14. Times 15, 210. So it can't exceed 6. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 1 times 15. Okay, you can use this, sir. It will not work very best for you, but it work with you because you don't have enough. This will cost around 195. Yeah, you use this, you will be always safe. On a second. You make according to your money. This issue of coming with $1 and being a millionaire the next day. Hapana. Okay, please excuse me. Okay, it's up to you. You can open more margin calls. Me, I'm talking about one shot. Please excuse me for my question. I'm new here. What is a margin call? Okay, a margin call is the ability to buy more when the market goes against you. How about how to open margin calls after the robot has finished for margin call and you are still in floating loss? You are still in floating loss. For margin calls, go and open more. It's not a big deal. Go and open more, change your strategy to the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Go and open more. Check out the training I did on the weekend. Okay, and I think on Friday. Please, where does the one come from? Okay. So Fino, the one comes from the first time the robot bought before it came to buy more. Yes, you can keep on increasing your first buying amount. You can keep on increasing your capital. Yes. I can start with 15, with 500, and then I increase to 30 with 1,000 or $25 as my first buying amount. As long as we learn those multiple 2, 4, 8, 16, where they come from. One is the first time the robot bought before the market fell down. Because what we are buying there is when the market comes down, right, from our entry price. What if I have $1,000 and use 500 for 4 margin calls and the coin still goes deep? How can I use the remaining 500 to open more margin calls? Like I said, it is how you feel. Okay, it is how you feel. If you use I don't want to stick to that thing every time. If you feel bad with floating loss, you use the default settings. You will not have floating loss. If you use $500 and the market goes against you and you open more margin calls, check out the training I did on Saturday. This is not margin call training. I did this training. Let me check it out for you guys. I don't need to go into again. If you didn't attend, let me check it for you. You check it out yourselves. I don't need to go into margin calls now. I'm exhausted. I don't need to spend more time here, but you can come here. Come on, this training, it's 1 hour and 37 minutes. Call robotic settings. Here we are handling signals and presets for margin calls, period. This training is all about. If you wanna go extract, check this out, check out this. Okay. Go to Crypto Ambassadors and check out that. Okay, guys. Those who are going to robotic settings. This is signals and presets. You follow the strategy, you'll always win. You wanna go to margin call settings, lower down, go to that training. Listen to it by yourselves. I don't need to repeat. I don't need to repeat. What if it doesn't come down? You have nothing to lose. If it has bought for margin, if it has already bought for margin call in the whole warehouse, may not benefit me in the sub-bin mode. You can always change the strategy. As long as the robot has not bought the fifth call, you can change the strategy. Don't stick to the past. With the present. You can change the strategy as long as the robot has not bought the fifth call. Some people say the robot cannot change when it has bought 4 calls. No, it only fails to change when it has bought the fifth call. But before it buys the fifth call, you can change the strategy. Okay. Those with the margin call issues, please check out on that training. You go to Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel, because that it was specifically handling that. So I don't need to go into it again. If you didn't attend, come here. Spend your own time. Watch this topic. It was on Friday. Robotic settings. You want to open more margin calls? I did it myself and learn how to do that. When I open it for you, you may not listen to everything. You just need to look in. And I handled that. So I don't need to repeat it now. So this is signals and presets. So check it out yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best. And I'll now throw in signals. And I'll repeat this training on Monday next week. If you still have questions, feel free to go watch this video again on the YouTube channel. It has been recorded. And okay, lastly, I didn't talk about compounding. Okay, let me talk about it. Okay, what is 3% 300x? This is what this is. I start with $15. If the only thing I have, the challenge is that my trade will take long to sell. But if I have $465, I'll always win. Either I use the default steady strategy or I use the drop given on a signal. For example, I can use, if I have only 15, it's okay. If I have more, I'll use 4 margin calls and I use this steady. This one, especially if I fear floating loss, like when acro is sent. Now, people who are compounding, you can use the calculator, a normal one. People who have iPhones. So it is 15%, which is 0.15. So it means that when I'm coming in for my next trade, I'll change my first buying amount here from 15 to 15.15. So when this one sells on my next one, it will be 15.15%. That's how you keep on compounding. All You can download a compounding calculator. There you go. Keep your first buying amount 15. You are taking 3%. I didn't do it the other side. 300 successful trades. And you keep on looking at this to put in your first buying amount. I did not take 3% on the calculator. I'm going to do it again. You keep on changing your first buying amount. And you'll be successful. Especially if you use these defaults, these ones. People want to compound. This will work for you perfectly. Why? Because your take profit is, your target is focusing on the first buying amount. Your target, if the market buys more, good. If it doesn't, okay. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm ending now. I want to emphasize, people who are compounding, if the robot buys, it's okay. If it doesn't buy, it's still fine because your focus is on the first buying amount. You will always not go wrong, especially people who fear floating loss. If you use this, you'll be good to go. But if you can add it to the drop given, better. You'll make more money. The decision is in your hands. Me, I've shared. This issue of do this only, I believe in helping people understand, then they make personal decisions. Thank you. I wish you all the best. Happy trading. Yeah, the first is 4.5. I think it was just calculating, but it's easy. It is calculating. Yeah, it is this. I see someone looks to take this serious. Simple. Let me just come back to the calculator. It is 3% of $15. So it means the next first buying amount will be 15 plus 0.45. So that will be the first buying amount next. Then next, it is 0.03. It is 15% of that. That's how you keep on creating the first buying amount. Next, so when you win a trade, you change your first buying amount. You win a trade, you change your first buying amount. You win a trade, you change your first buying amount. You win a trade, you change your first buying amount. That's what you do. So what you get, you keep on pressing it there. Like someone who has this compounding calculator. You'll be doing the same stuff, but you keep on changing your first buying amount. That's how you keep on compounding. And you will see the 300 trades will be over. You have $100,000, you automate your robot, make more money, close to $100 a day. Are you saying that compounding gives us more profit? No, it helps you increase your capital. It usually gives little profit, unless the market drops down. But you look at the bigger picture of the game, you compound, you develop capital. You start small. Your goal is to start small, keep growing. Start small, keep growing. So you can start with as low as $15. Then you keep growing. You keep on increasing slowly. No pressure, slowly. No pressure, slowly. Even if you don't have the $500 to set the margin calls, you buy with $15. You wait, the coin sells, you enter another one. You wait, the coin sells, you enter another one. You wait, the coin sells. When you do it, by the time you finish 1 year, you have $100,000. 1 year is April next year if you start now. Someone saying it's very far. You have worked for 5 years, 10, you don't have $100,000. And you say 1 year is too much time. No, I'm not attacking. I'm not attacking. You tell someone that you start small, grow slowly. He says, it is too slow. But you have worked for 10 years. You don't have $100,000. Even when you add your assets, they don't bring $100,000. And you say 1 year is too much. Why do you want to become rich with gambling? I say start small. My leader, me, I want now. Why now? Huh? Okay, let me explain the compounding again. It's okay, I can stay. Me, I have no problem. It is very fair. Yet I calculated if I stayed in my medical course, I I calculated it would take me 61 years to make the money that I can make in 1 year. So you want to say 1 year is very big, more than four. I think the biggest challenge so many people face is comparing. Eh? You compare yourself to someone who has big capital to yourself. Why compare? You have only 15. Someone has $10,000 and you want to compare results. You have $100. Someone is in the group. He has $4,000. He's making more money. And you compare. Why is that one making more money yet me I'm making less? Check your capital. It is comparing that brings problems for people not to be patient. I've seen so many people have been impatient. Yesterday, I was speaking to my friend, as I share again for you. Julius, are you still doing Royalq? Yes, sir. How much? I shared the screenshot. Said, hey! Hey, I said, what's the problem? My friend, for you, you are still there. I went somewhere. I lost my 10,000. I told him, for you believe in gambling. May I believe in building. May I believe that wealth is built. You don't wake up one day and you are wealthy. You build one stone at a time. One stone at a time. But someone wants the whole building in one day. You keep wasting time. Let me go back to compounding. Compounding. How do you compound? Because it looks that many people did not know. This is the reason of this strategy. It is called 3% 300x. You start with $15 and it becomes 100K. What do you need to do this? You can have $15 only. If this is what you have, you take a long for your coins to win. Sometimes coins might get out faster, but in most cases, coins will delay. If you have 465 days, $465, you are on a safer side to win your trades faster. How do you do that? You have two decisions to make. One, as someone who's compounding, your focus is on the first buying amount. Your focus is not on the dip bought by the robot. If the market goes deep, that is of your own benefit to get out of the market faster. If the market doesn't dip, it's okay. How do you compound? You compound by taking signals in the chart. This is an announcement chart. Anyone can join this announcement. It's an announcement chart. We don't chat there, nor do you message there. It's an announcement chart. Okay, let me make it public. It's an announcement chart. What do I mean by announcement? It's an announcement that on this chart, I will type signal alert and I send a signal. When it sells, I will come and I type sold. Now on this chart, there are signals of 2%. These are just for taking advantage of the market. But the signals that will help you grow your capital to $100,000, they will be for 3%. They will be for 3%. No chatting here. If you want to join the chat community, then you need to speak to your upline. I have a chat community, but that you need to speak to your upline. But this, it is a 3% take profit. Now, how do you compound is the main deal. When you take a trade, for example, I take Acro. This Acro is still a valid signal. I come to my Royalq. These ones I've explained. I don't need to repeat. And Acro sells. When Acro sells, I'll ask myself, either you can have this calculator, I can recommend it to you. It is not networking. Someone is saying, but when you recommend, I can post it here for those who have joined. It is an interest compounding calculator. When you open it up, it will come to the Google Play Store, which means you can be able to have it, right? You can be able to have it. Okay, so I'll open up. So when I open up, what is my first buying amount? 15. How much take profit? 3. How many trades? 300 trades. Then we calculate. So when Acro sells, on my second trade, I will change my first buying amount from 15.45 to 15.91. So I'll come back here on this coin. So they send another coin, for example. The signals, they keep coming. It is here. Yes, this one has sold. This one sold. Now, it's up to you how you feel, how patient you can be. This one sold because I made money. So now, I'll come on GST as the next coin. When I enter the settings, this one has sold, so I'll check. Second trade, 15.91. Then I change here, 15.91. If you have $465, understand that these help you to get out of the trade faster. But your focus is on the first buying amount. That's how you compound. Have I answered the question of those killing me with compounding? Yes, you can make $100,000 in a year. No doubt, sir. You start with $15. The only challenge you will have is that for you, since you don't have more capital to buy, when the market goes against you, you will stay in the trade longer. That is the challenge. But when you are patient, always your coin will sell. Hey, after 365 days, my sir, you will have $100,000 because you will have 300 successful trades. 300 successful trades. And you will change your life. Make sure you are not withdrawing the money. Because when you withdraw the money, the strategy dies. Don't because when you compound and you keep on taking the money, because the money is increasing, time is going to come and you don't have the money to buy the dip because the capital is going to keep on growing. So find a certain amount of money that you can buy, you can put in your wallet, and you are not taking it. Because if you find $500, you trade today, Then tomorrow you need it to finish the coach. What about the floating loss? Will it affect the 300 days? I have told you, you people who have issues with floating loss, use the default settings. People with the pumping heart, see, pressure. You, when I send this, when we send a signal that the drop is 5%, you don't set 5%. No, don't set 5% because you have a problem with floating loss. I don't know how I can repeat this. You don't set 5%. Let me go back last time. You see this signal is saying 5% drop. You have a problem with floating loss. You don't set this. Come here, your Royalq. Set your strategy. Keep it default. You leave these things here, these ones. You don't set 5%. You will see. You don't have issues with floating loss. Hey. You don't set 5%. You don't have issues with floating loss. Those people will have issues floating loss. Please, I think I've helped you. Yes, you'll have 300 successful trades. Hey, people with issues with floating loss, you use default. The signal comes with 2%. You don't set 2%. You die with your default. You take little, but you always get out. You take little, you always get out. That's all. Okay. Have a nice day. I wish you the best. Floating loss is the vibe of the game. Yeah, it is part of it, but you can avoid it if you feel bad about it. But if you are like me, it's normal. So I wish you the best, and till we catch up. Today I'll be announcing the day we are going to have a big event in Mbarara. For those that are coming from Mbarara, how do I do the 300 settings? So I think you have just come. Have a nice day. I'm not adding. Those who are coming from Mbarara, Ishaka, Bushenyi, western part of Uganda, we have an event for you the last week of this month. And then on the 27th, we shall be in Kampala, right? In Kampala, in Uganda. Then later, we're going to move to India, to Ghana. We're going to have a great event in India. We're going to have a great event in Ghana, right? Those are coming from those areas. Ghana, I think it's Accra. Confirmations are coming out. I'll specifically be there physically, right? I'll physically be in those countries, right? Ghana, those that are in Ghana, those that are in India. Yes, India. I think confirmations are coming out very soon to make sure that we create some good impact in those countries. All right. Okay, no matter where you are, if you could be more organized, I have no problem. Rocky is a very good blessing. And we can see what we can do before this year closes. Oh, I had forgotten. Even Russia. Russia is already now on plan. So dates will be coming up in Russia, in India, in Ghana. This week, last week of this month, we are gonna do Mbarara that side. Then we are gonna do Kampala. Someone is saying, "But you boy, you are serious." Hey, this is money making. Pakistan, okay. Pakistan, okay. Pakistan, I don't know, but I need to find out. I have a friend in Pakistan, so I'll find out. Okay, guys, love you all. Wish you all the best. Happy trading. Nice week. You want the recording? Go to the YouTube channel.